Welcome back to Juicy Tea. What's the tea at Juicy Tea? Man, let me tell y'all, boy, folks was upset because you were rising, okay? There's a rumor mill going on, man. Spirit just gave me the heckified download, y'all, after a catastrophe. Do you hear me? Let me tell you this. Man, you had some people talking so bad about you, but it was one particular person, and she brought in another person, right? And this other person, okay, and only take what resonates, this other person failed to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, okay? This other person failed to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Better yet, what they did was they was looking for their fame and their fortune. Okay, so this energy right here, y'all, let me tell you, when I tell you, you got some scandalous people in this world that will sell their soul to the devil for a minute of fame. Okay, for a minute of fame. You hear me? And then wait for it. They were upset. They were upset because you had actually done something that you said you was going to do. You said you were going to step into the energy of abundance. And that abundance comes from internally. The abundance within you. The light that you have always been. You've always been this light. I cannot make it up as I'm playing with the deck. You have always been this rising star energy. Okay, family? It says recognition and praise for your hard work. Okay? You quickly gain status or success. And you moved upward, but somebody was telling them, nah, I got them there, I did it. No, what they did was talked about you so damn bad. Excuse me, quick disclosure, I do cuss and curse and speak the truth and call out names about it too. They talked about you so bad that they had people go search and see who you were. They had to know who you were, okay? Because that's how bad they were talking about a rising star. Message. Okay, family? I can't make it up. I cannot make it up. That's how that bad they talked about the rising star, to where they made people seek you out, right? Look at this. Look at this. See, they wanted people to make you, or they wanted people to think you that you were some sort of delusional Gandar. Durandar. Okay? Man, this is crazy. I can't believe this. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are so hateful nowadays. Family, I'm promising you, people are so hateful nowadays. Look at this shit here. Thinking, okay, you're better than others. This is what they wanted people to say about you, or you to say, or you to feel. You ain't never been that kind of energy. You ain't never been that kind of energy to think that you were better than someone else. That is not your makeup. That is not your makeup. You ain't never been that kind of energy, but they wanted people to picture you as being that type of energy. You've never been that type of energy. And look, as far as your lazy lovers are concerned, that's just what they were. Okay, somebody here, you could have had a lazy lover in the bed or something like that, and they just refused to do the work on themselves. Okay, I feel like this energy right here, they took advantage of a lot of opportunities through you and your energy. Okay, they incorporated the lazy lover in there, or the lazy ex-husband, or somebody to sit up there and try to paint you out to be a picture that you're not. You ain't never been fake. You ain't never been no snake. But this was the rumor mill. This is what they were telling people. Then they even had your shit go. They went so far with it that they did some criminalistic stuff against you. Sure did some criminalistic stuff against you, just so they could try to paint this horrible picture of you, and you ain't nothing like the picture they painted. Tell me more about this rising star, please, and thank you, Spirit. Tell me more about this rising star. There's some unfinished business. Okay, the rising star has unfinished business out here. Okay, I feel like there was something that you were forced to leave behind, but also it also allowed you to have a new beginning. And this new beginning is going to be so productive, and it's going to be so full of peace when I look over with this peace offering. And when I see this peace offering, it's not like, you know, you're weak or anything, family. It's just you don't have nothing to prove to nobody. You are who you are. Somebody tried to paint you out to be something that you weren't. And this is where the unfinished business comes in, because the divine is like, no, stand corrected. A lot of people are about to stand corrected on how they looked at you, how they judged you, and how they tried to make you seem like you were some egotistical, arrogant, I don't know what. But you are not that. You just have a lot of passion because of a lot of things you've been through. These are these rats running around here, okay, stalking you and shit, okay? Your stale exes, okay, with their false securities and things, okay? Somebody went and ran to your ex. Listen, these are people that are on the take. They be getting little kibbles and bits, okay? With this little rat chewing on this bread. These are people getting little fake kibbles and bits. Those are the people that are in delusion when it comes to your status and who you are. You ain't walking around like, oh, I'm big bad. I'm this, I'm that. You know what I'm saying? You don't even exert that type of energy. But you are that powerful that you could, but you're not about that kind of energy. Because you know what God giveth, God taketh. Ashe, ashe. So these delusional people with their false securities here, all they did was blow you up through the bad mouth and the rumor, okay? The rumor mill that they were running on you, okay? With this unresolved drama, listen, somebody out here, they're still upset because, see, they were supposed to get a different kind of payday off you, but they couldn't. They couldn't. Okay, that was nipped in the bud. Okay, y'all know them family members you got. Y'all know them exes you got. Them side eyers. Okay, they would, man. They had a bet. They had something going on that it was no bueno. It was no bueno. So they were upset. They were upset that you decided to take a different path, and it was not to be with them. Okay, you're moving towards an energy, I feel here Spirit is saying, someone that is joyful, someone that you could reunite with and it brings you joy. None of them people did. None of this current energy did. This present energy right here, it didn't bring you anything. You had a bunch of stale relationships that were trying to eat off of whatever it was that you had. Whether these were just conversations over the phone, I bet you don't do that no more. I bet you do not bond with anything that you already know how they coming. You're not bonding with anything that you know how they're coming, because most of these people are coming like sharks. Delusional sharks looking at your bread, literally nibbling on it, nibbling, bitten on it, okay? This is the energy, okay? You know better than to get involved with anything like that. You are looking for a joyful reunion, and they're upset because they already know you would have never considered them. You would never consider the shark or the false security blanket or somebody who's totally delusional that's just looking to nibble and nibble and nabble off of your bread. Look. You've always been about a spiritual revolution. You ain't never been about a lazy lover. You have something very significant to contribute here in this new earth, okay? You have something very significant to contribute. You have gone through a significant transformation as well. And your visions and your consciousness are on a whole nother level, okay? You're on a whole nother level. You don't have anything that you're trying to hide or trying to, you know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing fake. Yeah, look, you ain't doing nothing fake. Everything you do, it comes from source. See, people were looking at your financial windfall. You can also be about to get a financial windfall. They know about this too, huh? Is that right, Spirit? So they know about some financial windfall that you might be about to get. That's why these other people were so busy trying to take you out. However they were trying to take you out. Okay? Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. They was trying it. They was trying it. Okay? Whatever this windfall is, Spirit is saying money is flowing to you effortlessly. Okay? and that's what they were looking at as well. All right. Some of you could actually go in and buy a lottery ticket, but I feel like it's something that you were doing and money was flowing to you effortlessly. This had people all up in their head. They were upset about that, okay? And the reason they were upset about that is because all they kept thinking about was this horrible rumor mill going around. People done hacked into your shit, steal your pictures, make you look like you something you not, and then they ain't even telling that them pictures could have been 20, 30 years old. 15 years old, 10 years old, shit, hell. And if they was a couple of years old, what was that? 2018? Shit. Listen, some of y'all just got divorced from a snake. They whole family was a snake. Literally. There was one big giant anaconda. Okay? This is their energy. They hold so much they hold so much dirt. This family that I'm picking up this energy, they hold so much dirt, man. They done been into a lot of shit to where as soon as they coats get pulled, they looking at time. Yeah, people was out here at the bottom of the deck. They upset because yes, you may have had some sort of connection. It says I got connections. You may be an influential connection. Okay? I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you've got the power of the divine within you and all around you. You may also have 3D connections, okay? You may be somebody who's very sociable, all right? You're harmonious when you're dealing with the right energies, okay? But this was the rumor. The rumor was you were connected, okay? And it was like, okay, well, if you were connected, you are grateful for that. See, that's another thing. If you are connected, see, you're not somebody that abuses your power. You're not somebody that abuses your connections or anything like that. What this was you had worked so damn hard on something, but you just couldn't get anywhere. Somebody put you in a position because you had been working towards it the entire time. They have been following your path. See, these people didn't know nothing about you. All they know is that every time they knocked you down, you just kept getting back up. You kept going to them stale jobs. You kept dealing with the adversity. You kept dealing with the oppression, okay? The controversy. You kept dealing with it, okay? These energies, all they know is whatever this rumor mill was going around about you, that's what they know. You know that side. You know that saying, there's two sides to every story. See, they never even asked you your side. They just they went off of some. First of all, they went off of something that was illegally done. Somebody illegally hacked into your stuff to try to paint a bad picture of you. Let the truth come out. Let the truth be told. Okay? You know what I'm saying? See, instead of them coming out with the truth, they wanted to come out with a bunch of lies about you. And they looked through every damn picture they could find. And the little stuff they did find, it was like, ah, shit, anybody do. You know what I'm saying? Was that back page shit or something? They probably got billions of people on something like that, but you never was a back page type person. You never was up there doing no shit, but somebody definitely violated your rights. And then therefore they started this rumor mill because they wanted to bring you down or paint you out to be something that you weren't. And here's the bad thing about that. You too damn old to be doing any damn thing. For most of y'all, if you're not old, you're too mature. We're going to say that. You too mature. But this was the rumor. This was the rumor they did. I cannot make it up. These people were trying to be people pleasers and trying to bring you down. See, they wanted you to be a people pleaser too. Okay, they wanted you to bow down to them. Okay, this energy wanted you to bow down to them in some sort of way. That's exactly what they wanted you to do. They wanted you to bow down to them in some sort of way. Tell me more about this people pleaser. Cut. Look. Oh, this is how people move. This is how people move. They move as veiled threats because they can't see past the veil. They can't see past the truth. Like, these are people that really, you know what I'm saying, no matter what you do, they really don't like the fact that you do what you do and how you do it. And the divine showed favor. Now, these are people that'll tell you fast and not slow. Oh, yeah, they got favor. But then when they really see favor, oh, my goodness. You talking about upset. They be upset, family. Okay? When they really see favor, oh, they get upset at that. And it's not like you walking around like, oh, I got favor, I got this, I got. You are not that kind of energy, because first of all, half of y'all don't even know what you got. You just know you're abundant, and you've been blessed. Okay, and many times you don't even know where those blessings come from, and that's why you be crying, because you're full of tears of joy and appreciation and gratefulness. But these are the kind of people that just want to say, oh, they got the hookup. Well, okay, well, if I got the hookup, can you please bring my soulmate in? Message. Okay. Tell me more about these people pleasers who are veiled threats. That's a shame. Ooh, look, 3 came out. Let's see. That's a shame. Look. Judgmental. That's what they were. They were judgmental here. Okay. They were disapproving of you here. Okay. Sniper bullet. They had an aim on you ever since you got started in whatever it was that you were doing, family. Do you hear me? While you were minding your own business, they was counting your dollars. Couldn't wait to try to take you out. This was all over some computer. I promise you. There was a lot of stuff done behind this computer screen. A lot of stuff was done behind this computer screen. See, these people didn't know how to first of all, they didn't respect your boundaries. Hell on establishing them. They never respected them. Tell me more, Spirit. You talking about channel messages came running down. Look, I promise you. So see, all they did was bring you into a different type of an energy. They upgraded you. Okay? They upgraded you, so now that you can step into your power and be more organized. Okay? First and foremost, family, be more organized. Okay? I feel like, you may have hit the ground running, but you didn't know everything there was to know about a circumstance or a situation or the game board that you were on. But over time, you have learned quite a bit. Okay, I heard genius. Somebody might be thinking you a genius or feel you a genius, but there was a lot of social pressure here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, there was a lot of social pressure. These people were under some sort of pressure to take you down. Okay, this is what I'm feeling here. Take them down. Okay, they were feeling as if you were taking the show, stealing the show. There was that energy here too. You had a lot of people that were, basically upset. There was a spark behind your creativity. There was a spark lit behind your creativity. That was the whole motive right here. Okay, your creativity lit a spark. Your creativity lit a spark. Some people could have been looking at you as an authoritative figure. Yeah, they didn't like that. They wanted you to be on a losing streak. See, they could have looked at you as being part of an authority or a part of an authoritative figure or a part of the police itself. Shit. Police for most of y'all, you really don't come into contact with the police. Okay, but they were feeling like you had that energy of an in charge type of energy. And they wanted you to be on a losing streak. So there it is. That's what they did. That rumor mill, boy, let me tell you. And these will be the ones that will be quick to tell you what's at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. These will be the ones to tell you they done turned over a new leaf. They done turned over a new leaf. They this, they that, they this, they that, they this. No, they ain't turned over no new leaf. They was mad because you turned over the new leaf and cashed in on it. And going to continue to. Because this is your divine calling. This is your path. Some of you may now just be stepping into it. And if you are, I'm here to tell you, do it. Okay? Do it. Whatever it is that you think you can't do, you can do it. All right? No matter what. Okay? Because there is definitely a residual effect from you doing it. All right? So I'm going to leave this message here. Okay? Hopefully it brings you some clarity. All right? I love you and the divine loves you. Let's close out. At this time, divine, I ask that you continue to keep us with love, harmony, tranquility, prosperity, peace, protection, and respect, and good health and good wealth in our lives and all the time. Ashe and thank you. And until next time, you know what I love to say. Namaste.